with the first pick.
Second half for Seattle, they had none in the first, and here's a quarterback draw, and Kyler Murray will score!
In the 2019 NFL Draft.
All right, here's third down, and a jump ball to the end zone, and it is a touchdown for David Johnson.
The Arizona Cardinals select
down the sideline, and it is Christian Kirk with another.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray back to work. He'll keep it himself. Little RPO, he'll keep it. He's got some daylight inside Browns territory. He makes a couple of men miss. Now he's got a block.
Only 2 rookies in NFL history have eclipsed 3,500 yards passing and 500 yards rushing. One is Cam Newton. The other is coming off one of the more impressive rookie seasons in recent memory, Kyler Murray.
Murray going up on top to Johnson, touchdown!
And there's Murray again, keeping it by himself, and you can see how quick he is, all the way down inside the 5-yard.
In year 1, Murray set franchise rookie records for passing yards, touchdown passes, and completion percentage. In NFL rookie history, no other quarterback has avoided an interception for 200 straight passes, and only Andrew Luck produced more 300-yard games. And despite a 5-10-1 finish in the basement of the NFC West, the Oklahoma product earned his fair share of individual accolades.
In the 2019 AP Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kyler Murray.
But nobody is pegging Murray and the Cards to jump from last to first and be a serious playoff threat in 2020, and that's a mistake. With 1 year of growing pains under his belt and offensive guru Kliff Kingsbury's spread offense, and with a serious new offensive weapon at his disposal, Murray will not only put Arizona back in the playoffs for the first time since 2015, but it will be a surprise Super Bowl contender this season. It's true, the Cardinals don't have the richest quarterback history.
In the NFL last season, 2nd and 5, that pass is intercepted.
Cardinals lead 2, Cobb to throw, pressure, ball's in the air.
But in franchise history, only Hall of Famer Kurt Warner has posted a better single-season completion rate than Murray, who was at 64.4% in his debut season. Despite an undermanned supporting cast, Murray was one of the most accurate deep ball throwers in the league last year.
And there's a long ball caught by Demir Bird.
The Cardinals' hopes begin with the reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year, but they don't end there. In March, Arizona pulled off what most considered a shockingly lopsided trade to land receiver Deandre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best wide receivers in football, number 2 in yards, receptions, TDs. To trade this dude and don't even get a first-round pick, it's damn near a fireable offense.
The All-Pro wideout brings sensational,
Absolute incredible effort.
spectacular,
Hopkins and more trickery.
jaw-dropping
And what an effort!
highlights to the table and will make everyone around him better in the desert. The arrival of Nuke means the Cardinals can push their other wideouts, namely Larry Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk, down the depth chart into more natural roles. Fitzgerald, who surpassed 800 yards in his 16th season, is still a fine number 2 option. Kirk, who went over 700 yards in his second season despite missing 3 games, is ascending. The Cardinals also drafted 3 receivers in 2019, and odds are at least one of them will experience some type of breakthrough as a sophomore. And we're looking at you, Andy Isabella.
The sideline. Look out. Isabella, the rookie, gets a block and goes in for the touchdown.
Now stalked out wide, the Cardinals can deploy the type of spread offense Kingsbury truly desires. The air raid system he made his mark with at Texas Tech loves 4 receiver sets. It also loves to get the football out of the quarterback's hands quickly and into those of his playmakers, hiding the deficiencies that may exist up front.
Good with your eyes and feet, he's going to sell the fade, like Oakland to the left, Tweezy, and then TJ, we're going to be in close, so he's going to push back in line 1 to him or nobody back in line. Gives us 2 good throws on that. Good depth on the sprint, anticipate that throw front pylon.
You got all that? Kingsbury's scheme helped Antoine Wesley, Kiki Cootie, Jonathan Giles, Jakeem Grant, and Jay Samaro. Be honest, how many of those names do you know? And they all had 1,000-yard seasons at Texas Tech. And under Kingsbury, the Red Raiders sported one of the nation's most explosive offenses each year, ranking in the top 25 of the FBS in scoring 5 times in 6 seasons and never averaging under 30 points per game.
Bowman, again, plenty of time. Going long, wants Wesley, he's got it! And Texas Tech answers!
In this system, with weapons on the perimeter, the protection for Murray up front only needs to be passable, pun intended. In year 2, Murray should be able to process information faster, and that should help him take far fewer than 48 sacks he absorbed in 2019. Even when the offensive line does break down, Murray can often compensate with his legs.
3rd and 9. Murray got out of it.
Speaking of legs, this feels like an appropriate time to mention Kenyan Drake.
Kenyan Drake, room to run. He's got a first down. Drake across midfield. Down the sideline he goes. Kenyan Drake.
The running back tallied 643 yards and 8 touchdowns in 8 games after being picked up at their trade deadline. He averaged 5.2 yards per carry and relegated David Johnson to the bench. The Cards are also expecting a full season out of 8-time Pro Bowl cornerback Patrick Peterson, who missed 6 games last year due to a PED suspension.
Most people don't throw at me, but damn it, I got a shot today.
And the Cardinals missed him. Peterson is entering the final year of his contract, but he has plenty of new friends to make on defense before potentially leaving the Valley of the Sun. The Cardinals ranked dead last on that side of the ball a year ago, so general manager Steve Keim spent the offseason plugging holes. Defensive tackle Jordan Phillips came over from the Buffalo Bills after he helped anchor a top 10 unit against the run last year. He also produced 9.5 sacks and kept first-round pick Ed Oliver out of the starting lineup for most of the season. Linebacker Deandre Campbell signed on after leading the Atlanta Falcons with 129 tackles last season and is at his best against the run.
And he's going nowhere. Nicely played by Deandre Campbell.
And edge rusher Devon Kennard joined the fold after being released from the Detroit Lions to provide support for Chandler Jones, who had 19.5 sacks and finished second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. The biggest coup, though, came at the NFL Draft.
The Arizona Cardinals select Isaiah Simmons.
The Clemson linebacker is uber versatile and could be the greatest difference maker of all the defensive newcomers, if not this year's Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Simmons back deep. Ordinarily he's a linebacker, but he can be a safety. And Peterson never know where they're coming from, and it's Simmons right up the middle.
The NFC West literally came down to a millimeter last season.
It's taken down. Ooh.
Looks short to me. Say it was across the line. It's just the opposite of the Atlanta game that they... Holy cow.
And it projects to be one of the most competitive divisions again this year. But if you believe in Super Bowl hangovers, the 49ers probably have one awaiting them.
Everyone's disappointed, and they should be. I wouldn't expect anything different. The guys put their heart into this season and came up 1 game short. Extremely proud of us and everything, but this is going to take a little bit of time to get over, but we'll be all right.
Only 8 teams in NFL history have returned to the Super Bowl the year after losing the championship game. Just look at the 2019 Rams, who didn't even make the playoffs after finishing 13-3 a year prior and losing to the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
You know, the thing that's so tough about all of this is that, you know, the finality to it. You know, usually when you get a chance, if you go through some adversity, you can bounce back right away. This one's going to stick with you and just stings in your gut. And like I said, I'm still kind of numb right now.
Don't let those new uniforms fool you. The Rams look like a shell of their former selves and appear to be paying the price for too many win-now moves. They'll also be featured on this season's Hard Knocks, and those teams are almost always bad.
I'm just going to launch one. Oh! Get there.
And in San Francisco, the 49ers are also banking on rookies to replace 2 key departures: defensive tackle DeForest Buckner and wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders. And its thin receiving group could be minus Deebo Samuel to begin the season after he broke his foot in a workout. The Seahawks won 11 games last season, but every victory was by 1 possession. Now, it's hard to bet against a team at least contending as long as it has Russell Wilson, but Seattle is not the intimidating powerhouse it once was. So, while competitive, the NFC West is open. And if the recent trend of second-year quarterback breakouts continue, expect Murray to have the Cardinals soaring in 2020.
Let's go!
Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button.